I'm Stephanie Close, Senior Editor at Archie Book Reviews magazine, and I am delighted to be here with Sue Grafton. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So Sue is here to accept Archie Reviewer's Choice Award for the Best Contemporary Mystery this year for V is for Vengeance, which is a book that I loved myself. Sue, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in Kinsey's life, what kind of case she's dealing with in this book?
She is on the verge of turning 38. People are very excited about that. When I started this series in 1982, she was 32. So now that it's 2012, she has aged 6 years. She starts her account of the case by talking about the fact that somebody's punched her in the face and she's gotten her nose broken.
That seems to happen to her a lot.
Not lately. My readers so worry about her health and safety that I've tried to be a little more gentle with her physical altercations. But I got interested in the issue of shoplifting, which I confess I did when I was quite young. I used to steal doll clothes, and why I am not still in juvenile hall, I do not know. But I started doing some reading, and I realized that it was huge business, unbelievable amount of business. And so I started doing some research locally and went to a dress shop in Montecito, which is where I live. They let me sit behind the scenes and watch the monitors.
Oh, fun.
And told me incredible tales of shoplifters in their stores. So it was fun to sort of see that firsthand. I also got interested in the back end of that, the big business that is shoplifting. So I always start in a slightly different place, you know.
Well, that's one thing I really like about your series, is that you address so many different kinds of crime, but you don't do what a lot of long-running series do and get grislier and grislier with each book.
No.
You know, there's, for mystery series, there's very little, grisly stuff.
And if I even use bad words, I get all these letters from people, I wish you would not use that language, So I generally write back and say, I promise if I meet you, I will try not to say anything too naughty. But I am interested in the psychology of crime. And so the notion of serial killers just bores me senseless. I am interested in why people kill each other. And my only message is I think we should stop. I think people should get on good drugs and have a little electroshock therapy and quit killing each other.
Something else I really like about your series is that you've been doing very interesting structural things as you've gone on. You've introduced multiple viewpoints and you've done some past and present narratives that weave together. Was that something you had planned to do all along?
No, and what I'm committed to now, and what I've done all along, I believe the story dictates the form. So when I got to S is for Silence, that was the first time I did it, because I kept thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful to do time travel? But I thought, I don't write science fiction, therefore I can't do it. One day, I'm telling you, it took me 9 months to come to this insight. I thought, I can't do time travel. I sit at my machine, I type July 5th, 1955, and bam, I'm back there. And that opened up a lot of territory for me. So I use multiple point of view for S, T, U, and V. I think W, I'm going to come back around. The nature of the story, I think, will be best told through Kinsey's sensibility. So if X comes out another way, I'll do that too.
Sure. Do you have a title for W yet?
I do not. I'm hoping that somebody will give me one. Well,
the only W words coming to mind is walrus, so I don't think that's much help for you.
Thank you.
So Kinsey has really evolved a lot with her relationships with her family.
Yes.
So do you see them down the line? Do you think she'll ever be part of a big, happy family?
I don't think so, and to tell you the truth, I don't see very far down the line. My job is to capture her in the moment and to be as truthful as I can about where she is. My big goal that I've repeated myself often and often is I don't want to write the same book twice. So I have to be very careful when I structure a story, because unconsciously we repeat ourselves.
Yeah, of course.
It's just, it feels comfortable, you feel like you're in control, but I keep elaborate charts so I know what I've done and where I've been, and I try to make sure I don't go there again.
Well, I know RT interviewed you several years ago, and you said that you would not let Henry die while the
Oh,
series was
no.
going on, which was a tremendous
Such a
relief to a
thank
lot
you.
of people.
Yeah.
Um, but do you see the other secondary characters? Does everybody continue along?
Yes, for one thing, I keep saying all the sibs will survive.
Mm-hmm.
His sister, Henry's sister, Nell, is only 99. She's not even sick. Why would she die? You
Yeah.
know, I believe in older people. I don't say elderly. I'm suddenly in that category myself. But the ones I know are just full of piss and vinegar, and it is fun to be with them.
Yeah.
So I do know some people age in a hobbling fashion, but not the people I care about.
Good, good. So I was going to ask if you thought Kinsey would ever find love, but Kinsey finds love all the time.
Exactly.
You know.
And I don't know where she will go after Z is for Zero. And she assures me it's none of my damn business. When we get to that book, she will let me know. I as I said, don't make these moves in advance because I'm never quite sure what's going to happen to her, and I like to give her as much freedom as possible.
Have you thought about writing things that don't star Kinsey Milhone?
I might, and I will see what kind of energy I have when I get to Z is for Zero. I will be close to 80, and I'm so convinced I deserve a little vacation. You know, I want to kick up my heels and misbehave while I still can. But the truth is, my life is about writing, and the notion of not writing creates this inky void into which I will probably tumble. So I suspect I will write on. I just don't want to do it when the juice is gone.
Sure. What is your writing schedule? Do you write every day?
Yes, I do, and I usually write, it depends. Sometimes I exercise in the morning, get to my desk 9:30 or 10. Sometimes I get to my desk early and break at 3 in the afternoon and walk then. I try to walk 3 to 5 miles 5 days a week just to blow off some steam. But I generally work maybe 5 hours max. And some of that is reading, research, some of it's making phone calls, some of it's revising, some of it is just tearing my hair out because I can't figure out what I'm doing. But I find it best to stay connected to the writing. I don't worry about inspiration. I just worry about being there for the work.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite quotations, I think it was Goethe, but I'm probably wrong about this, is that inspiration exists, but it has to find you working.
Yes, it does. Oh,
Yes.
I like that. I think I like what I said that.
So I know a lot of people at this convention are going to be really excited to meet you.
Good.
Is there anybody that you've met that you had a real fan moment with?
Well, I happened to do some walking I did in the past with J.R. Ward, who lives
yeah.
in Louisville, and
Oh,
I haven't
yes.
seen
Oh,
her
yeah.
yet,
Yeah.
but I'm excited about that because I can tell you we put in many a mile talking about writing and about where her series was going, and it's been fun to watch her operate.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming. We are delighted to have you here, and I'm so excited to have a few minutes to talk with you.
It's been good.